Welcome to another episode of the Energy Perspectives podcast. I'm here today with Commissioner Don Buckingham of the Texas General Land Office. And Don is also a speaker at our upcoming Permian Energy Dialogues. Commissioner Buckingham, it's a pleasure to have you here with us
Well,
today.
it is great to be on with you today.
Let's start to talk a little bit about you. I would love to hear, you are a ninth generation Texan, a business owner, a surgeon, the first female commissioner. How did you come to this role? What was your path that led you here?
Well, it just shows you that God laughs at you when you make a plan for your life, because I never really planned on getting into politics. But sure enough, I was just graduated with my medical degree and figured out that I didn't really love how government and insurance companies were running healthcare. So I became an advocate on patient-centered healthcare, which is just simply the idea that you get the treatment you need, which is not currently what happens. And so just that advocacy, I was at the state capitol a lot. I was at the U.S. Capitol a lot. I was in leadership positions in the medical organizations, which led me to get appointed by Governor and Perry and Lieutenant Governor Dewhurst to some statewide positions. And then I ran for the school board, and then I ran for the Senate. And then this came open, and I felt like at the time, especially, this office was so the tip of the spear to defend oil and gas, our Texas history, everything going on with the Biden administration coming in, that I ended up running for this myself. But I love this job, and it's a lot of fun.
Tell us a little bit about the land office itself, and it's been around for a long time. What has maybe changed for people who have worked in the Permian, who are working in the Permian every day? What do they maybe not know about?
Well, most people have no idea that we actually predate the office of the governor by 9 years. We're literally the last remaining fragment of the Republic of Texas's government. And when we were founded as the keepers of maps, the guardians of Texas history, and the steward to what today is 13 million acres. That 13 million acres makes me effectively the largest mineral owner in the state, on your behalf. And then, of course, is the foundation for the Permanent School Fund, which is the oldest, largest sovereign wealth fund funding education, K through 12. It's at roughly $60 billion now, but all that is built off of the state lands. We also do everything coast. We do habitat restoration, beach renourishment, aquaculture. We do big disaster recovery. We're currently administering $14 billion in disaster recovery. We do a ton of flood mitigation. We do all kinds of real estate development, master plan communities, commercial developments. We have this little thing called the Alamo that we're in charge of that is just an amazing project where we're making a visit to the Alamo worthy of the events that happened for the first time since the battle. And finally, most people have no idea we also do veterans benefits. We have a mortgage lending program. We've put thousands of our veterans' families in the home of their choice. We also run 10 nursing homes and 5 cemeteries across the state, and that's just the 20,000-foot view. We do a lot of fun things, and I just tell everybody we're the agency that rolls up our sleeves every day, makes your life better, and most of you had no idea we existed.
Kind of working in the background, making things better. And of course, all of that wouldn't be possible without energy, right? And the mineral rights. And so maybe some highlights on the energy side that you're particularly proud of and working on?
Oh my gosh, I love the energy side. I tease that I'm kind of like the Altuve for energy. If you make a little baseball or, correlation. So he's a little guy who gets up with a big bat and swings for the fences. And that's exactly how we defend Texas energy. We are very clear on the fact that it is Texas energy that fuels not just our economy, but the world economy. It's my personal opinion. The real difference between a first world country and a third world country is access to clean and relatively inexpensive energy. And so we stand up and we defend it. Under the Biden administration, when they were being attacked with endangered species right and left, we got up and sued the administration 9 times. It was the General Land Office that actually broke Biden's moratorium against liquefied natural gas exports. So we get in there and then we fight. And we also believe we should be a part of fixing some of the issues that we might have. Produced water is definitely becoming more and more of an issue. We've jumped into the Produced Water Consortium. We're really excited about that. I think we're going to talk about that in a little bit about produced water. But we're also bringing and busting China's monopoly on rare earth minerals, bringing those to markets with our Mines to Magnets program. and we're being a part of hydrogen technologies. We're really excited about the way we get to engage with the industry and support it in just about every way possible.
You mentioned produced water, and that's of course a very big topic right now. It's actually a pretty big topic at our 6th annual Permian Energy Dialogues, along with power demand and growing data centers. I would say Texas, of course, lead a lot of things in the energy space. This is no exception. What is some of the challenges, but also opportunities you see there, and how do you think the land office will evolve its role and how it's engaging?
Well, I only see opportunities, and we are really excited that there's a point probably on the horizon where millions of barrels a day of produced water become functional at agricultural levels. They could be used to cool data centers and alleviate the groundwater need. We're talking millions of barrels a day. We're currently growing crops with this cleaned up produced water. We're about to get it to agricultural levels for the same price as reinjection. When we really accomplish that and we get that scaled up, it's going to essentially be millions of barrels a day. I teased we're going to turn West Texas into a garden oasis, but I actually really believe we're going to turn West Texas into a garden oasis. We're going to be able to eventually put this water in tributaries, hopefully someday intra-aquifer storage and retrieval. So exciting. And you couple this with the hydrogen technologies, and we are just going. You know, I was talking to some people the other day, but you take natural gas, you pick methane, you pass it through a plasma array. There's a lab at A&M that's doing some really cutting edge research. And what it does is it cleaves the hydrogens off of the hydrocarbon, precipitates out the carbon as graphene, a 1 atom layer thick sheet of graphene, which makes concrete super strong. It's good for transmission. It's good for power storage. I mean, we are really going to just revolutionize energy, electricity transmission. It just all ties into one. And it's really that perfect example of how we just have opportunity after opportunity. We just have to bring that ingenuity and creative thought to the process to get it where we need it to be.
What can the industry do to make that happen faster?
Well, they are. We're paired up with everybody. And so we are excited. But I think if you look at the oil and gas industry in general, and you look at the creativity and the ingenuity and the problem solving that this industry has gone to, this industry has solved all of its own problems every way, every step along the way. When I was in college, which was not yesterday, there was a thought that oil and gas was done. Fracking hadn't been invented yet. Everybody was talking about how oil and gas was just going to dry up. It was going to be over. And obviously that is not even close to being the case now, but it's because of the ingenuity and the entrepreneurial nature of this industry and how they bring solutions to the table. So we think that's going to continue. We just want to partner with everybody, let them know we're here to partner, and let's just get these things done and do great things for Texas.
I always love to hear that when people say it's a bunch of engineers, so give engineers a problem and they will solve it.
That's very true.
So there are lots of things to advance and solve, and it's great things going on. You are clearly very optimistic on the future of Texas, of the Permian. What makes you the most optimistic? And maybe if you look forward 5 to 10 years, what is one thing that you'd love to look back at and say, you know, we did this?
So many things. I love Texas because I believe that Texas is unique, and there's a reason that we have the Texas miracle and that we're able to accomplish things other places just aren't. We have this fierce, independent spirit. We have this never quit attitude, and we bring that to problems like energy, transmission, hydrogen, so many things going on. I think we're going to be a part of those solutions. Right now, the very, very most excited I'm excited about is just our rare earth minerals and busting China's monopoly. We've got a great partnership with the Trump administration, with USA Rare Earth. The administration has put in $1.6 billion already, and USA Rare Earth has raised over $1.5 billion in private equity as well. But busting the China monopoly on rare earth minerals is going to be huge. Not only do your cell phones need these minerals to work, but our big jets need them to fly as well. And so bringing the solution to the table is going to be transformational. And again, it's not just its contribution to the energy sector, but it's the fact that it's funding education, billions and billions and billions of dollars to fund education. So we're really just a solution on all those fronts. And all the solutions kind of come together to create, I think, even a better Texas miracle for the future.
Do you have any thoughts on geothermal and how Texas is going to play
I
in
do.
that?
I love geothermal. So we're actually looking at expanding that as well. And we think that that's a very natural addition to everything else that we have going on. But we're looking at all energy generation across the spectrum. We want dispatchable energy, which geothermal is, natural gas is, salt-cooled nuclear, small nuclear. We're looking at all of those to see what we need to do to get that stability in our grid. Because with the 2,000-ish people a day who are moving to Texas, our energy needs are just going up and up and up. And so we really need to come together, think about that dispatchable energy, utilize the funds that the state legislature has set aside. We have lots of surface on our 13 million acres that we're happy to partner with people on, and we're happy to partner. We're open for business and ready to get it done.
That's a very, very strong message for the industry to hear. So thank you for sharing that. And I mentioned very briefly in the beginning the Permian Energy Dialogues. We're delighted to have you there delivering a keynote. Without giving away what you'll be talking about, what is one thing that you want to make sure the audience takes away?
You know, the one thing I want everybody to hear is I am literally rolling up my sleeves and delivering for Texans every day, whether it's in the energy sector, whether it's disaster recovery, whether it's guarding our history, educating our children. We are here. We are working hard. We're going to be the part of every solution needed for Texas. And I believe in transformational leadership. I believe in looking out and seeing what we need in 50 and 100 years and making strategic moves now to be sure that those needs are met. So that's what we do every day, and it's a lot of fun. I just love this job, and I'm super excited to be a part of the dialogues, and it's going to be great fun.
Well, I can tell you're excited, and it's really wonderful to hear that energy and passion and optimism. So thank you so much for being here with us. Is there anything that we didn't talk about that you'd love to share?
I think we've covered it, but we have lots of fun things to talk about. So I'll look forward to seeing y'all soon.
Yeah, we're very much looking forward to having you with us in September 15th and 16th. And thank you for joining us today.
Have a great day.